Hello and welcome to another episode of EdgeCraft. I'm your host, Matt, and it is great to see you today. Now, what we're going to do today is pretty awesome, if I do say so myself, because we are going to build something right over there. Yep, over there in that field. Let's take a look at it. Because it is the month of October, I have gotten some feedback, some suggestions that I need to build a haunted house. Now, I think that is a fantastic idea, and I think this is the perfect spot for it. See, we can make the backdrop right here, with the other side being our waterfall. All of this can be dark and spooky with some creepy trees and the ground. I mean, we're not going to have grass on the ground. Oh, trust me, I've got plans for this ground. But right here, there can be a big haunted house, and this could be maybe pretty creepy. And so I'm looking forward to making that. And so we're going to start that today. But before we begin with that haunted house, we have an item sorting storage system. And I want to show you what I've already begun to do. I've taken all of my items, well, not all of them, but as many as would fit in the input chest. And I have begun to sort them. Look at this. Look at this. Look at them go down. This is awesome. This is great. They are just going. So I'm going to continue to put items in there throughout the episode, and I'm not always going to do it on camera. I might do this between scenes, but I'm going to put a lot into the sorting system, and then at the end of the episode today, we're going to go down there and we're going to check out and see how this all worked. And hopefully, I mean, oh my goodness, hopefully everything is working just great, because I really, other than testing it that first time when we were building it, I didn't really test it a whole lot. So, I mean, I hope it's okay, but we will see. We will find out. All right, so I'm going to get some materials together, and we are going to get started with our haunted house here right off the back. All right, I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so here I am, and I've got my shovel all repaired. I killed a couple phantoms and creepers here just a minute ago. But we need to dig a little bit of a pit. And I'm not going to tell you why I'm digging this pit yet, but I need to dig a nice big pit, not necessarily a circle, but in the shape of a general circle. And I need it to go down about 14 blocks from the surface. So I'm going to start doing that, and we're going to go into a super fast time lapse while I do that. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so for this super fast time lapse while we dig this gigantic pit, I thought we would read a story in the Bible about a pit. It's actually about Joseph specifically, but he gets thrown in a pit by his own brothers. So let's read the first part of the story, and we can continue the story in future episodes. This starts in Genesis 37. It says, Jacob lived in the land where his father had stayed, the land of Canaan. This is the account of Jacob's family line. Joseph, a young man of 17, was tending the flocks with his brothers, the sons of Bilhah and the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives, and he brought their father a bad report about them. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other sons, because he had been born to him in his old age, and he made an ornate robe for him. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of them, they hated him and could not speak a kind word to him. Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him all the more. He said to them, Listen to the dream I had. We were binding sheaves of grain out in the field when suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright, while your sheaves gathered around mine and bowed down to it. His brothers said to him, Do you intend to reign over us? Will you actually rule us? And they hated him all the more because of his dream and what he had said. Then he had another dream, and he told it to his brothers. Listen, he said, I had another dream. And this time the sun and the moon and the 11 stars were bowing down to me. When he told his father as well as his brothers, his father rebuked him and said, What is this dream you had? Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow down to the ground before you?" His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. Now, his brothers had gone to graze their father's flocks near Shechem, and Israel said to Joseph, "As you know, your brothers are grazing the flocks near Shechem. Come, I am going to send you to them." "Very well," he replied. So he said to him, "Go and see if all is well with your brothers and with the flocks, and bring word back to me." Then he sent him off from the valley of Hebron. When Joseph arrived at Shechem, a man found him wandering around in the fields and asked him, "What are you looking for?" He replied, "I'm looking for my brothers. Can you tell me where they are grazing their flocks?" "They have moved on from here," the man answered. "I heard them say, 'Let's go to Dothan.'" So Joseph went after his brothers and found them near Dothan. But they saw him in the distance, and before he reached them, they plotted to kill him. "Here comes that dreamer," they said to each other. "Come now, let's kill him and throw him into one of these cisterns," which is basically a large pit, "and say that a ferocious animal devoured him. Then we'll see what comes of his dreams." When Reuben heard this, he tried to rescue him from their hands. "Let's not take his life," he said. "Don't shed any blood. Throw him into the cistern here in the wilderness, but don't lay a hand on him." Reuben said this to rescue him from them and to take him back to his father. So when Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped him of his robe, the ornate robe that he was wearing, and they took him and threw him into the cistern. The cistern was empty. There was no water in it. As they sat down to eat their meal, they looked up and saw a caravan of Ishmaelites coming from Gilead. Their camels were loaded with spices, balm, and myrrh, and they were on their way to take them down to Egypt. Judah said to his brothers, "What will we gain if we kill our brother and cover up his blood? Come, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites and not lay our hands on him. After all, he is our brother, our own flesh and blood." His brothers agreed. So when the Midianite merchants came by, his brothers pulled Joseph up out of the cistern and sold him for 20 shekels of silver to the Ishmaelites, who took him to Egypt. When Reuben returned to the cistern and saw that Joseph was not there, he tore his clothes. He went back to his brothers and said, "The boy isn't there. Where can I turn now?" They got Joseph's robe, slaughtered a goat, and dipped the robe in blood. They took the ornate robe back to their father and said, "We found this. Examine it to see whether it is your son's robe." He recognized it and said, "Oh, it is my son's robe. Some ferocious animal has devoured him. Joseph has surely been torn to pieces." Then Jacob tore his clothes, put on sackcloth, and mourned for his son many days. Everyone tried to comfort him, but he just wept. Now that's the end of the story for today, but we'll finish it maybe in the next episode, because it gets good. Okay, so we've got ourselves a pit, 14 deep, which is perfect. So now the next step, and this is going to be fun, is we need a whole bunch of glass. But I'm going to need to cover up some of that granite and diorite and granite as we go, because I don't want to see that. So I will need some stone, so I'll leave that there. And I need to go get some glass, and this is really important because I need to make purple dye. So I need red flowers. I think red and blue make purple, I think. Now my sorting system has been going, and speaking of which, I might as well just grab another load of stuff. There we go. Throw another load in. And I've noticed a couple things about it so far, and maybe you noticed in the super fast mode. It's not working completely well because if you notice right here, I got two things in one chest, and I forgot ender pearls don't work in a sorting system. Just doesn't work because they only are in stacks of 16. So I'm going to have to remember that. But I'm going to need some lapis, and that should be enough. And my poppies are going to come in handy. And let's go see if we can make some purple dye. Eat a little bit of chicken. Really need to feed my cows and make some more cows. I'm missing my steak. I need some steak. Alright, let's see. Will this create purple? Yes. Alright, so I want purple dye, just like this. Alright, that's good. I'll leave that there for now, and let's get all the glass I can and see how much of this we can make purple. Alright, that's a decent amount. Sweet. And we still have purple dye left over. Alright, so maybe I made a little bit too much, but that's okay. Oh, I still have 3 glass left. Okay. So, I don't know if you've figured out what we're doing yet. You probably are very confused. Like, Matt, what are you doing with all this purple stained glass? This is just a little weird. Well, as soon as I go to sleep, I will show you what we're going to do. Alright, so, I need to figure out where the house is gonna go. So, I think I'm going to want the house. Oops, I forgot. I wanted to grab some stone. So I could fill in some of that ugliness that's out there. So let's see. Let me grab 2 stacks of stone. Beautiful. Alright, now the house itself. No, leave the chicken there. Okay. How big do I want this house? I probably want the house like maybe this big? Yeah, about that. Yeah, that's a pretty decent size house right there. Okay, so that's how big I'm gonna make the haunted house. And we'll get to that later, probably in another episode. But for now, we're going to do a little trick here, where step 1 of this trick is I want torches everywhere I can get them. Well, every other space is good. I just want this whole floor nice and lit up. And I'm going to have to fix that later. But I need everything lit. So I will be back in just a second when I've done that. Okay, floor is all lit up. Now we get to do this part. And this part is pretty fun. We're going to take glass, and in this case, purple glass. And we are going to put it one higher than the torches, all in this area, and then we're going to leave one gap of air, and then we're going to put another layer of purple glass. And this is why I needed so much purple glass, because I don't even know if I'm going to have enough, because what we're going to do is we are going to create air, glass, air, glass, air, glass, air, glass, all the way up for this entire area. And that will have a very, very, very cool effect, which I can't wait to show you. So I'm going to put in this glass, and I hate to keep cutting on you, but I'm sure you just don't want to watch me place a bunch of glass. So I will be back when I've got a couple of layers in. So this is after 3 layers, and you can see I just barely started the 4th one over there, and maybe you can start to see the effect that this is having. I'll be back in a couple more layers, and you can see. Alright, and this is after 6 layers. We've got 1 more layer left, and what you might start to notice is it creates this foggy atmosphere, and you can no longer see the torches at the bottom when you're looking straight down, just barely maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this last layer and then I'll show you the plan. Okay, so here we are. I finished the 7th layer and look at this. Look at it. It just looks like a cloud of purple fog or purple smoke. And it looks almost like you're going to fall right down into it. And that's exactly the effect that I want. So what I want to do here, and I want to kind of fill you in on the plan, is this is where our haunted house is going to go. It's going to be a nice tall house. A nice big one, very spooky, with some crazy looking trees over here and over here, really creepy looking ones. And the house is going to be all dark, and I'm going to use lots of lava and magma blocks and all kinds of cool things. And I want to raise the floor up just a little bit, maybe have a walkway from like here to the doorway of the haunted house. And so you have to walk over this bridge to get there. And when you walk over, you see this fog, and it just looks like the depths of some like evil, I don't know, abyss. And that's exactly what I want. This is going to look so cool. So that is the beginning of our haunted house. So for this episode, I just wanted to get this accomplished because this was a lot of work. Next episode, we will start work on the haunted house. Now, you may be wondering, Matt, why did you create this big pit here if you're building the house up here? Well, I don't know if I should leave this as a surprise or not. I think I'll just tell you. But let's just say that there will be areas in the house where you might fall through the floor and down into the depths of the haunted house. And have to find your way out and up to the top. So we're going to create a little bit of a maze, a little bit of a fun house. This is going to be good. It's going to be very spooky, very scary, but I'm really, really glad with the way this turned out. This is excellent. Speaking of the way things turned out, we need to go check on our sorting system. Darn, I was really hoping that I would be able to pick up all of that. I don't need those flowers. I don't need that gunpowder. What else? Anything else I don't need? That flint. Okay, good. All right, let's go put the rest of this stuff into our sorting system and check on that, and let's see, well, if it's working, because I really hope that it is. I threw a bunch of stuff in there. Let's see, is there anything else in here that needs to be sorted? The lapis, oh, I don't have any room. I have no room left in my inventory, so that's not going to work. Let's throw all of this in there. I can't put the purple glass in there. That won't sort. I can put the coal. This stuff I'll just have to put away myself up top. But let's go down here, and we should see one type of item only in each treasure chest. So this is diamonds. I don't know why there's a piece of coal in there. That's something we need to figure out. Something is not working just right. So we'll fix that. All right, iron, this is good. So we'll put iron there. This is gold, excellent. Oh, I don't want to throw all my gold on the floor. All right, this one, redstone. All right, beautiful. Lapis, good, good, good. Stick that there. I don't know what's in there. Slime balls. Lots and lots and lots of slime balls. Glowstone. I don't have a lot of glowstone left. Packed ice. Good. And this should be regular ice from my ice farm. I need more of that. I turned most of it into the packed ice. Cobblestone. Yes, we've got lots and lots of cobblestone. Let's, no room there. Here we go. Put it in there. Cobblestone. Stone bricks. In there. I don't know. Stone. Good. I was looking for some of that a little bit ago. Andesite. Oops. Put it on the item frame. Polished andesite. Dirt. Everyone needs a dirt box. I'm surprised I don't have... Oh, I haven't sorted all my dirt yet. I'm like, I got a lot more dirt than that. I got like tons of dirt. Gravel. I don't know. I don't know. quartz. Quartz in there. This is granite. I don't know. This was going to be ender pearls, but it accidentally got turned into diorite. I'll have to fix that one. Basically, it broke the machine. Spider eyes. Actually, I think it's supposed to be diorite, and an ender pearl slipped through because ender pearls break the machine. So we'll stick, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Gunpowder. I'm gonna need a lot of that later. My bones. Zombie rotten flesh. I got a lot of stuff to sort. Flint. Alright, what do we got here? I don't know. Birch. The ugly wood next to acacia. This should be brick. Alright. This is supposed to be name tags, not gold nuggets. So we might have to look at that. I don't know. This is definitely supposed to be feathers. Why there's a snow block there, I don't know. It's not good. It means the machine is breaking. Chicken. Actually, I've already got chicken down here. I can just plop one in. I don't know. Oops. Torches. I can put right there. Little iron nuggets. And the next one should be gold nuggets. Good. Oh, I already got a gold nugget down here. Put that little nugget. There we go. Emeralds. And I have a lot more emeralds, actually. And this, I think, is going to be arrows. But yeah, like I said, the ender pearls were messing things up a bit. Okay. So, not too shabby. I do need to fix some things, but I can do that later off camera without you guys watching because, well, it's probably kind of boring. So, whoop, it's nighttime already. Let me go to sleep. Ooh, yeah, let's check this thing out in the night. You haven't seen it yet in the night. That's why I put all the torches underneath, actually, so that at nighttime it would look extra spooky. Wow, we got a lot of mobs out here. I mean, I guess it is nighttime, and it's pretty dark. And I really don't want creepers blowing my stuff up. Alright, good. Alright, Enderman, don't kill me. Alright. Ooh, see how it, like, it's kind of lit up? I mean, it's not, like, bright, but, like, it's not dark either. Those torches that we put underneath are lighting through the glass and giving a really cool effect. Oh, sorry. You gotta die, zombie. Sorry, I'm showing people my cool purple fog. So yeah, this is, oh, I love this. And you can do this too, just like I did. Just, you know, vary it. A layer of glass, an air layer of glass, air layer. You can use any color, blue, red, green. It doesn't matter. You just get different effects depending on the color that you use. So, with that, let's go and step onto our beautiful thing. Take a look down. Ooh, so nice, so nice. And just picture a haunted house right there. Oh, yes, I can't wait. But that's going to be it for today's episode. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And God bless. Bye.